Hello again! Welcome to another 1 hour, 1 life tutorial with Doctrzombie. Today I'm going to teach you about one of the most important and simple skills you can learn to do as a villager. One of the most important things that any village needs to keep itself going indefinitely is a source of compost. And once you have a sheep pen with live sheep in it, you can make compost pretty simply, and I'm going to show you how. This tutorial won't cover the actual building and collecting of the sheep. That's very important. But for your early games, let's leave that to the professionals and you can handle simply making compost. Now, making compost might seem pretty dull and pretty simple, but it's actually super important. So if you've done it really well, you can be proud that you've actually helped a lot of people. For starters, we need wheat. If your village has cut down some wheat or has a wheat field that you can cut down using a sharp stone, you'll get this wheat sheaf. And if you go ahead and touch it with any uncut, curved, or long stick, you'll knock off the threshed wheat and you'll turn it into straw. Now, straw is what we need to start our compost pile. So I'm going to go ahead and set the straw over here on the ground. This is where we want our compost to take place. The second thing we're going to need is a bowl, and I believe I've got one hidden somewhere. Nope, apparently somebody grabbed it and ran off. That's okay, there's plenty of bowls around here. I guess this one here will do. You need to fill your bowl with berries, and it'll take several berries to fill a bowl. Let's go ahead and figure out exactly how many here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 berries will fill a bowl. And then you're going to need a carrot to put in the bowl after the berries. So we've got a couple here in this basket. Chuck one of those and you'll get a bowl of gooseberries and carrot. That bowl of gooseberries and carrot needs to be chopped up with a sharp stone, just like that. And then, once you've got it, you can dump it on the straw. Alright, you've got a dry compost pile. That's probably the hardest step to get done, is to get all those things done before one of them decomposes. But now that you've got a dry compost pile, you just need to go ahead and wet it with a little bit of water. I'm going to grab some from this bucket. And now it's wet. Now there's only one thing left you need to make that compost start composting, and that is you need your shovel and your sheep. So if you go down to the sheep pen here, you'll see that we actually have a ton of poop here already. Now poop is made whenever a baby domestic lamb is fed a bowl full of carrot and gooseberries like we did before. So let's say we didn't have any poop. And we needed to feed one of them. Why don't we just go right back here and do what we did before. We're going to fill up this bucket, or this bowl, with 6 gooseberries. And then, it's actually better to take one from a almost empty bush. It was in my head, so I couldn't quite get there. And then we'll plop a carrot in it. Now this time you don't need to cut it up. You just want to feed it just the way it is to your domestic lamb. That's the most efficient way, because then the lamb will grow up into a sheep. He'll drop a piece of poop, which is the only way to get poop, actually, is from the lamb. I misspoke earlier when I said you could get it from an adult sheep. There you go. He becomes a domestic adult sheep and drops some sheep dung. We're going to scoop it up with our shovel and plop it right down into our wet compost pile. And then it's composting. That's it. It's super easy to do. But because it's kind of tedious and it sometimes can be difficult for new players to know how it works, people don't do it enough. And so you'll have a village that is doing pretty well otherwise and then runs out of soil, runs out of composted soil, can't plant anything, can't replenish the bushes, and dies out from stupidity alone. So don't be like those people. Be a smart person. If you see that your village is lacking a good source of compost and soil, think ahead to when you're going to need it and make some right away. Now you can go ahead and repeat this process very quickly all around here, making tons of compost. People will use that compost to make new farms. They'll use it to replenish the soil for your bushes, your trees, whatever you need. And you will come back from whatever it is that you've been doing all this time, making compost, I assume, to a lush garden full of food. So don't feel like you're not helping if all you can do is make compost. Making compost is one of the most important tasks. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little tutorial. I'm going to do another one pretty soon about maximizing your food output to make sure that you're making the most of your eaten food. And yeah, I'm hoping that will help a lot of people survive longer and be better players of 1 Hour, 1 Life. So until next time, this has been Dr. Zombie. Thank you.